Hi folks, Peter Kalos here with the Melbourne Actors Lab YouTube channel. Thanks for your support. Now listen, I hear this all the time. A lot of actors come up to me and they give me the script and I say, well, so how are you going with it? And I say, well, I've done my substitutions. And I'm like, wait a minute, what do you mean you've done your substitutions? And then they've got on their, the script, think of grandma or think of my brother or think of my sister or whatever it is they put on their script. The key rule to so-called substitutions are this. Number one, don't bring sand to the beach. What I mean by that is this. If the other actor or the place already feeds you, then start with that first, because that's already there. If something in front of you feeds you like an actor and you're going around it, then you're avoiding it because you're in your head thinking about the other person. I'll give you an example. Let's assume someone in a scene plays my wife. Okay, I've never met this person. We don't have an intimate relationship. So then what I would need to do is take that person in first, find out 3 to 4 things that I like about that person. Start with what's physical. What do you like about them? That has to be there. Their eyes, their breasts, their ass, their legs, their face, their hair, a smell, something. Take that in. Then you go to characteristics. Is there any characteristics or mannerisms that you like from that person? And you go, I like that. You can latch onto it. It has to be very, 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 very specific. Because if it's not specific, it becomes general and then you lose that connection. And then what you do is you go, okay, now substitute for that word, my wife. What ingredients does this person have that triggers or reminds me or is parallel to my wife? Touch their hand, embrace them, keeping in mind you touch and hang around your wife differently than you do a stranger. You know what I'm saying? You're more casual because you've been intimate in the past and you can spot that a mile away, right? Couples just hang together differently. And then what you do is you focus on those things and the body gets triggered into actually, I use the word marrying the two together. You think of your wife or your spouse or your partner, you take in that person, you blend the two together, and somewhere in that marriage, you feel comfortable enough around that person. On the other extreme, let's assume my daughter, right? And there's a young girl there. What qualities does she have that remind me of my daughter? Height, hair, look, smell, sound. Because once again, I want you to understand this, and I know you will. If the same wife or the same actress is playing my wife, I would focus obviously on different things. Let's assume the same actress was playing my daughter. Different, but I would focus on different things. You understand me? And it's not about the math. Well, she's not old enough. No, it's not about that. It's about what I can tune into one person and make them my wife, make them my daughter, make them whoever I like based on what I focus on. So you focus on what feeds you and you disregard the rest. If it's my best friend, I take in automatically what that actor feeds me. If it's a guy, I take it in. And we all know we have different friends for different reasons. I have some friends, I go out, I talk about relationships, about life. I have others, I just want to go out, have a good time, get drunk and all that stuff. I have others, it's a very serious relationship, right? We talk about different things, business, all that crap, right? The point is, different people feed me differently. This actor standing in front of me, because it's in the script, has to be my best friend. Now, if that person, you already get a vibe that you feel comfortable with, then latch in on that. If that person and you have zero connection, then you've got a lot of work to do. But the work is doable. Take in what works. Imagine your best friend. I'm a good friend of mine, Mark, in Vegas. I still think of him, right? I would look at that person, take in 2 or 3 things that person reminds me of Mark, and then automatically I feel comfortable around that person. That's substitution based on a person, okay? You can't just do it on your script until you actually meet the person. So to do it on your script is pre-planning, but it's not taking in the reality. I'm telling you to take in the reality of what's there. Like I said, don't bring sand to the beach. It's already there. Let's talk about place. Place matters. As you all know, this is being filmed in what used to be my daughter's room. It feeds me. It's very powerful to be in here. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of connections. So now, if I'm on a different set, I'm on a film set or I'm in an actual bedroom, but we're filming it, I would need now to substitute things on that set. And as I've said in the past, it's not good enough to do them in one direction. I would have to do literally every direction, every wall. I would close my eyes. I would touch, or I would take in this window. These windows happen to be, they're made of wood. They got the glass. If it was a, aluminum window, I would touch it and think, what do I see outside? I wouldn't see what's out there. First, take in what you see and blend what your memory is. Look over here. The sun comes in from here. I would take that in. If I was on a set, I would look outside, I would see my garden, I would see the sun coming in from that direction. She's got a whole group of photographs over here. I could, in theory, take some of those and put them on the set, because when I look over here, I see all these, there's at least 50 photographs stuck on the wall here that she used to put up there. So I would take in those photos, and if the photos weren't there, I would actually cut and paste. You'll understand that word, it's a modern world, cut and paste. So when I look up there, I literally cut and paste photographs of her. Over here is her closet. Mirror, some writing, certain things happen there. I would look over there. I would cut and paste that. So now when I'm on the set, it's not just a set. Kazan used to say, don't tell actors where to go, put furniture in the right place, let them become part of the set. Most shitty directors tell you where to go. Don't touch this, it's a hot set. It's my freaking bedroom. I want to lie down on the ground, that's what I do. That's what the character would do. You got me? Remember, you're an actor, you have a voice. So now I would cut and paste this as needed. Objects. I'm just going to grab something. I have zero connection to this pencil. Absolute nothing. So, could I make it that it's my daughter's pencil? I don't even know whose it is. I could see her name in it. You know, the old days you used to write your name on your pencil, right there. You used to scrape it off and put your name on it. I could imagine a fingerprint of hers that belonged right there. That's called personalizing an object. I'm substituting who touched this object. And now the pen is mine. It has way more value than another pencil, which I have not made personal or private yet. It's funny, I picked up a blue one. I mean, a green one, a red one. If I had a choice, I know my daughter wasn't into pink stuff, but because I've got two boys, automatically when I look at this one, it reminds me of the two boys. This one I would make my daughter's. Generic, yes, but it works. This is her pen, her pencil. There's her imaginable fingerprint. I would add a smell to it. Even though it's not there, automatically I make this mine. This pencil now has more value. It's connected to my daughter. It's specific. It's not general. I've told you about this in the past. This used to belong to my great-great-grandfather. I feel it. I just touch it. But it's very, very specific. So it's important that you all learn. See, this is where people just turn up on a set and just memorize lines and say the lines, and it's all what we call neck up. It's important that you learn to substitute people so that the people you're working with, because there's no time to create, 30-year relationships or 20-year marriages, actually you marry the ingredients from your real person with the ingredients from the person that you're connecting to, and blend them together. Your body does that. It does that all the time. How many times have you bumped into someone and they remind you of a friend? Automatically you feel close to them. Your body did it because that person reminds you of your friend. You automatically feel close to them. You got me? And the same works for something negative. What is it you don't like about that person? And I could go from one scene to the next. Next scene is a big battle scene. Oh my God. Focus on what you don't like about that person. What absolutely, the way they talk, the way they breathe, the way they stand, everything. Take it in, be specific. Otherwise, what I'm doing as an actor is I'm acting, but I'm not feeding off what that person gives me. And we can spot that shit a mile away. It's important that you generate something which feeds your reaction, not just acting neck up. Place. Oh my God, this was my daughter's room. I could say the lines by taking it all in. I could look outside. Right now, there's two birds on the ground. Just take it all in. I'm not just talking now to the camera. I'm taking place in. That's called substitution of a place, substitution of an object. You know, I could take this jewelry over there, right? That is my daughter's. But imagine if they gave me something generic. I make it mine. It's a skill and a craft to substitute your ideas, your people, your memories, your objects onto a prop, onto a set. It doesn't just happen. We, as actors and skill, do that so it feeds us. The character sits around taking it in, the lines come out differently. It feeds our behavior, it feeds the way the lines come out, it feeds also your reaction with the other actor. Because you hold people differently based on who they are, wife, child, mother, sister, whatever. Substitution, great skill, but you've got to know how to use it. Take care, see you again soon.